Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Karen Prince. Today I'm just going to tell you guys about my box braids. If you are interested to know about the info on my box braids, then please continue to watch this video. Okay, so first things first, most people want to know how many packs of hair I've used. I had to use 7 packs of hair, and I probably could have used more, but I'll tell you what I did in order to reduce the amount of hair I used and to reduce the amount of weight that's on my head, because these braids are very long. They go down to my bottom. Brand that I use is Black and Gold, so that is what I have in my hair, black and gold. In the color in this front section is the color amber, and then the darker sections are in the color number 3 and 1B mixed. Now I did number 3 and 1B mixed is because I initially bought number 3 and I had 1B laying around the house, so I had to mix it in whatever. Okay, so that's why I use those two colors. You do not have to do that. Like, you could just get one regular solid color and be fine. One thing I would like to note is that these braids, like when I first put them in and they were fresh, I was like, what did I do? Like, they were so heavy, but it became more about a balance thing. Like, I felt off balance, but the longer that I've had the braids in, the more I've gotten used to them. So that's okay. But I feel like the reason that they are heavy is because they are very long. So as far as what made me choose this color, I was literally in the beauty supply and I was like, try something new. Like, try something new, try something you wanted to try, but just always talk yourself out of it. So that's why I ended up choosing this color right here. And yeah, that's really pretty much it. As far as the sectioning and where I wanted to place it, I know that I always wear my hair over to the side, so that's how I decided to place the coloring in the front of my head. This is all the color that's in there, just this front piece. Everything else is dark. Okay, another thing, after I did my hair, I went ahead and dipped your hair. You know, everybody knows when you wear braids, you dip your hair. And then after I dipped it, I went ahead and put some Lotta Body foam on there, which I'll put a picture up so you guys can see exactly what type of foam I used. Also, before braiding my hair, I made sure my hair was well moisturized. So I used my leave-in conditioner, I put my oils in, and I used a curl cream. I did all of that before I braided my hair. I've had these braids in for 2 weeks. So these braids are 2 weeks old, and this is what it's looking like. My plan was to keep them for 3 weeks, so we will see. And also I had another idea to cut the braids like about right here and burn the tips. So if I do decide to do that, I will record it and post it on YouTube. Okay, so also another tip. As far as me trying to reduce the amount of weight on my head and trying to reduce the amount of packs that I use, the braids in the back are smaller than the braids in the front. I did that so I wouldn't use a whole bunch of hair, and I did that because I didn't want too much weight and too much tension on my head. I already knew that I was going to have to use a lot of hair because the braids are long, so I just kept that in mind. So there's a little tip for you. If you want long braids, you don't want too much tension, you don't want to use a lot of packs of hair, make the braids in the back smaller. Nobody's going to see them unless you're putting your hair up in a ponytail, and in that case you can make the perimeter the same size, even if that matters to you. But I made sure the braids in the back were smaller but had the same parting size, if that makes sense. So that's how I worked my way around that. This is what my parting space is looking like. Excuse the dandruff, parting space. Okay, now For this front section, I went ahead and I tried the tuck method for the first time, okay? If you know what the tuck method is, that's when you braid your hair and you try to tuck your natural hair into the braid so that it's not seen, right? But one thing about tucking is it can only be hidden on one side. So the face, oh my stomach. The face value side will look like this. The underside will look like that. That's what I will say about tucking. Tucking takes time. It is, I wouldn't say it's difficult, but it takes time. Definitely for my first time, it took me a while because I was like kind of getting frustrated. But there's so many videos on YouTube that you can watch and they will explain it very well. But yes guys, that is it. I believe that is all I wanted to let you know about these braids. I've had them in for 2 weeks. I wanted to do a video about these braids, just giving you guys some info before I stop wearing the style, because the style with me can go anywhere from 1 week to 3 weeks, who knows. But I actually fell in love with the braids. I fell in love with the coloring. So if you want to try this out, go ahead and do so. All the information has been provided to you. Let me know if you do decide to try this style out for yourself down in the comment section. And yeah, thanks for tuning in guys. Bye.